Welcome actors and CCHR commissioners Danny Masterson and Ethan Suplee.
CCHR's co-founder, Dr. Thomas Szasz, a professor of psychiatry, coined the term the therapeutic state. It is defined as the marriage between government and psychiatry for social control. Dr. Szasz stated, "Although we may not know it, we have in our day witnessed the birth of the therapeutic state. This is perhaps the major implication of psychiatry as an institution of social control. Today, the therapeutic state exercises authority and uses force in the name of health." He also said that the Founding Fathers could not have anticipated that an alliance between medicine and the state would then threaten personal liberty and responsibility exactly as they had been threatened by an alliance between church and state. Psychiatric coercion includes kidnapping, forcing people into institutions, and treating them against their will. As Szasz further states, the recipient of psychiatric medication who refuses to avail himself of its benefits is persecuted and punished by agents of the therapeutic state. The result is the destruction of personal liberty.
Our final award winner, Maryanne Godboldo, experienced firsthand the effects of the therapeutic state when she chose to take her daughter off an antipsychotic drug. Maryanne had reluctantly agreed to administer this drug to her daughter, Ariana, under the condition she could take her off of it at her own discretion. Once Maryanne witnessed the drug's harmful effects, she worked with a physician to wean her daughter off the drug and pursue non-drug solutions. This decision, however, did not sit well with the psychiatrists advising Child Protective Services. They responded to Maryanne's refusal to drug her daughter with the full force of the therapeutic state. If the TV footage you're about to see looks like it was taken from the war in Afghanistan, think again. It was Detroit, Michigan. This is Maryanne Godboldo's story.
A woman has barricaded herself and her daughter inside their home.
State officials came to the house to remove the daughter from the home. That's according to a family member out here on the scene.
Godboldo came to the attention of Child Protective Services after she decided to stop giving her 13-year-old controversial antipsychotic medication.
The mom refuses to give her daughter medication because the drugs caused her to become violent.
The Department of Human Services attempted to take the child from the mother.
Godboldo barricaded herself in her home, and this lasted 10 hours.
Maryanne was hauled off to prison for 5 days.
Ariana is now at a pediatric psychiatric facility where Godboldo claims she's being abused. Community groups have rallied on behalf of the family, saying parents should decide their children's medical treatment.
A mother took the stand today defending her rights as a parent.
At the heart of it is the question, who decides what the best medical care is for a child? The government or the parents?
The most egregious problem with the Godboldo order is the fact that no judge reviewed the document that can change the course of a child's life. Probation officers rubber stamp presiding Judge Leslie Kim Smith's signature onto the removal orders. This is testimony that child advocates call shocking.
That was a devastating, harmful drug that should not be prescribed for this child. And no one looked at that. There are a multitude of lawsuits against the pharmaceutical company of Risperdal right now.
So you felt essentially they were putting poison in your daughter's body?
Psychotic medication is poison.
She was just trying to protect her daughter when police came to her door.
It was terrifying, but I kept my composure because I knew that my daughter's life and her future was at stake. I did it because I wanted to save my child.
And let me tell you, she's not giving up this fight.
The judge ruled the order removing 12-year-old Ariana from her mother's home back in March of this year was unconstitutional.
After months of fighting, Maryanne Godboldo left court with an order to finally take her daughter home. Today, the judge ruled it was a parent's job, not the state's, to oversee medication, claiming a victory for parents everywhere.
I ask that you please welcome a true heroine in the fight against the therapeutic state, Maryanne Godboldo.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank all of the people who have been on the battlefield fighting for our children. You all laid the groundwork so that I would be prepared to go into battle to save my child. I vowed that I would never let anyone harm my child under any circumstances. My mother protected me, and I wanted to do the same for my child. So I began to research how to legally fight Child Protective Services. The amount of helpful information I found was phenomenal. At that point, I knew I was not alone in this battle. I just had to do my part, and Ariana had to do hers, and that was to hold on. I believe that Ariana and I had to go through this to expose a dark, ugly, foul secret: the selling, kidnapping, and holding hostage, as well as the unnecessary drugging of our children. We as parents must never stop protecting our children. It is our responsibility to care for them. So we must read, research, and do whatever we must to help our children. No one is going to take better care of our children than we are. We must prepare ourselves to do so and let the Lord continue to implement his plan. I thank CCHR for thinking of me as a humanitarian, and I commend them on their outstanding accomplishments in bringing forth consciousness. I also thank my family members, Penny and Steve, Dale and Linda, Lisa, Amber and Hakeem, our friend Bill, Diane, and Eileen. I'd also like to thank our Praying Detroit community and all the national and international people and organizations for showing their love and support. I thank Hartford Memorial Baptist Church and all of the members of the Justice for Maryanne Committee. A special thanks to the outstanding attorneys, Allison Folmar, Roger Farina, and Byron Pitts. Yes, please applaud. They have been wonderful. And finally, I'd like to thank my elderly mother, who is 99 years young, for her wisdom and support. Thank you so very, very much for having me here. And remember always, parents have rights. Thank you.